We last saw June mourning in her own way the loss of this pregnancy. What can you share about how that's impacting her mindset going into this week's episode?
I think that, June is like, if we can say there's one thing that we can say about June is that she's resilient. She's extremely resilient. She's able to kind of compartmentalize in a way that I think a lot of people can't, for better or for worse. And I think that that's her plan going into this situation, is just to kind of compartmentalize, focus on what she needs to do for that day, and then eventually, maybe probably not in her plans truly, but like process it later, you know maybe even counting on Mags to show up at some point, figure out what's wrong, get the information, and force her to process it, right? um I think that that's probably subconsciously what she's kind of expecting to happen. But also, what is true and what has been true for June is that when she's faced with adversity, when she's knocked down, when things don't go as planned, she's not the person who runs away from the situation. She's the person who will run head first, and kind of figure out where she went wrong and what she needs to do, and then she'll focus on making those adjustments and move forward. So I think that that was her plan going into this. But I think that things don't go the way that she thought they were going to go.
They never do.
They
Well,
never do. Yeah.
yeah, well, looking professionally, she's thinking about what comes next for her, and there is an opportunity that comes up in this week's episode. What can you tease about the job that is presented to her and that she's considering?
It's everything that she's ever wanted. It's like, as so many professional people do, or career-minded people do, we kind of like put all our eggs in a certain basket, and we bank on that, right? There's even like there's a whole kind of mindset, which is like, you don't have a plan B. We don't do plan Bs. We have plan As. And what if plan A fails? Well, it can't fail because we don't have a plan B, right? Like that's a June mindset. And this is everything that she's put her, but this is her plan A, basically. But like you said, nothing ever works out the way we think it will, and she's not the same person. There's a lot of other things to consider now, and it's a lot more challenging for her to take that step forward than I think anybody anticipated.